All right, while I'm doing pressure canning, let's start making some rafters for the compost shed. All right, here you can see a stack of rafters to be cut. They're already scribed from this template. I'll show you how we made the template. Okay, here's one of the lower sidewalls. That's the gable end. That is the ridge board, which is literally it's not a beam, it's not load bearing. All it is something to land the rafters on. So the rafters will press against each other up there. So it's just a ridge board. And the run from the outside to that post is 95.5 and the rise is 42. So if you use a rafter calculator and do that rise over run, you come up with about 23.75 degrees, or about 5¼ inches rise per foot, per horizontal foot the rafter runs. So we cut that angle, just under 24, and we put it up there, and then we made a template by scribing the 2x6 where it would end. And this is what we came up with. It's about 103 inches long on the top of the rafter here, which is going to be a little complicated because I was hoping to use 8-foot roofing material to cover this. So I'm going to have to probably make an oversized ridge cap so that way the roof material can go all the way to the bottom. So shortly, I'm going to cut all these. It's going to take a little while. Really got to take your time and cut these lines out perfectly so the rafters all sit really nice. That's pretty important. And one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install the rafters here on the front first, so that way I can get a door layout, because I'm going to use the bottom of the rafter as my guide for how high I can make this door opening right here. And if I can get the door opening framed, I can pull this long temporary board off of here and it'd be a lot easier to get in and out of the structure. Well, I decided not to wait for help and just start installing these solo. So I'm just put a little timber lock here on the edge. Doesn't really matter where it's at as long as it's close to the edge. So I can stand the rafter here and climb it up on a ladder and put it there, and there's no chance it's going to fall off this way, which would, then I would drop it and I'd fall off the ladder. It'd be pretty annoying. All right, I've cut 4 total rafters. I'm getting ready to install them, but I don't like this knot. This knot is just a little too big, and these rafters are going to support. So I'm going to use this rafter on the end wall, the gable end here, where it's going to be supported by door framing. So this knot will be largely irrelevant because there's going to be a post probably almost directly underneath it. All right, hard to do up on a ladder, but got 3 nails in it, and you can see that it's standing on the edge wall. And once a bunch of these rafters are up, I'll get the side walls squared and leveled.